Yeah, I decided to make a video. I wasn't going to. I said, what the hell? I was just in the chat roomy thingy with Misty guy. Hazy. Yeah, Hazy guy. Anyway, um, there's different conversations. Some are pretty fruitful, I think. Well, good conversations anyway. But anyway, just this brain thing and this idea of what the brain is and its function. Um, and this is sort of a subject that everybody should kind of be, they should think this is important enough to talk about. What exactly is the mechanism of our desire, agenda engine, and then this thinking thing that does this scheming. And I keep pushing that as a point, because I just think it's an accurate description of our reality. That's why we have intelligence. We have a logical function because we have a desire engine, a wanting device, hunger, desire, other desires, and we need a strategy to get what we want out of the environment, and the thinking device provides the strategy. So this is how most people live their life. They have desires, they fantasize and imagine and scheme ways of getting what they want, ways of navigating it so the trap doors don't get them, so the succubus doesn't, bite them in the neck and eat their wallet, or whatever the thing is. But it's all this scheming. It's all this, come up with a way of making the model, the fantasy, the imagined future realizable, through some, I'll do this and then I'll do that and I'll set myself up here and I'll do this and I'll befriend this guy and he'll be able to maybe get me some work doing that, and then I'll be able to work my way into there, and it's all this strategizing to get somewhere, to get in a position that you imagine yourself capable of having or attaining. And I guess even people buying lottery tickets are doing it in a way. They're imagining a future, and they're thinking that a good strategy is, well, you can't win it if you're not in it. That's what they always tell me. Yeah, well, you're not going to win it even if you are in it, idiot. But anyway, yeah, this is what the brain does. And that the opportunity provided us as humans is to sort of reverse the game, is to have the brain be the goal engine, to say what the thing is, the agenda is. The agenda is be a good person, and then it says give me a model of a good person. Okay, so yeah, a good person doesn't steal candy from babies, we know that, and all the obvious things you don't do. And then you might come up with some other thing where you say, yeah, a good person is, create comfort in the world, help people where you can, be a nice guy, blah 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 blah. And so your brain comes up with some scenario to do that, and you might even get some medals in the process in your fantasy, and you say, ooh, medals, I get some medals. So there's some incentive for your ape to play along, your lesser self, your desire self, your ego can still gain some gratification as you play being good. And it is acting in a way, because the real motivator is always this monkey. This bag of flesh has to move. The words have to come out of your mouth. You have to talk it and then walk it, so to speak. And you have to do that with the cooperation of your egomaniacal, selfish monkey. And so your imagined scenarios have to have enough candy, enough bananas. Look, we get a big banana, we get a big banana. So this is the incentive. And so we play along with being a good guy because we're going to make out. We're going to feel good about ourselves. We're going to earn points against our crimes. Um, you know, yeah, that kind of thing. We're gonna reclamate our points. We're gonna score points, and that's really what we're after: scoring points in some kind of the game we're playing as a monkey. Yeah. So the real game is just to do this role reversal. Instead of the monkey using the brain like a calculator to come up with strategies to its advantage, the brain can now think of ideas that are themselves principles and goals, and it can manipulate our psychology, our ego, into feeling guilty or feeling responsible or feeling obligated by some sort of, thought process that says you can't truly be good if you don't, and you create some sort of mechanism where the monkey is somehow going to be manipulated by a feeling bad about itself because it failed to be what an intelligent person is supposed to be. Sorry about this quoting thing, but all these words need to be quoted because people have such wacky definitions of them. But yes, if you're thinking of yourself as enlightened and smart, you know that you can't do those crass, selfish, kind of dumb things anymore. That you have to do this big idea stuff. You have to do the vision thing and see more and do more. And you'll know when you're cheating. So you just can't play yourself out of the game once you've declared. Once the monkey has been trained, conditioned to think it's a good idea to be a smart monkey, to be considered among the best of the monkeys, then he's gonna try to play the smart monkey game. He's gonna want to score points in the smart monkey game. So it's a way of intelligence manipulating the monkey. Playing the monkey instead of the monkey using the intelligence to scheme. We're now using the intelligence is now, putting bananas in front of the monkey, little ego rewards, to get the monkey to do the right thing. And it's sort of an interesting, I think, a useful way of understanding the competition in your psychology between the principles and the pride. I use that kind of phrase in the conversation, so it might make a good movie, pride and principles, because that's the battle, kind of, is what's stronger, and that you kind of have to make principles into elements of pride for those principles to have meaning, for them to be something you can actually convert into your actual physical lifestyle. Is that you have to be proud of your principles. You have to almost worship them. You have to be in love with them, dependent on them. You have to see them as beautiful, as glorious, as the most important thing. And the monkey, you have to train the monkey to know that. The monkey has to see that there's pride and self-respect and honor. These things have to mean something to the monkey for you to be able to live a principled life. Because principles alone, the mere understanding, is often not enough. You have to make it mean something to the monkey. Yeah. It's just one of the quandaries, one of these problems of being alive and human. This is what we have to sort of deal with, and this is the real problem in attempting to communicate with other people, is I don't really get to communicate with their intellect. I have to communicate to their monkey first. And it's hard for me to have an intelligent conversation with monkeys. To explain to the monkey that, look, I'll give you a whole bunch of bananas tomorrow, okay, if you do the right thing today. If you trust me, okay, and just listen, you'll get it. You'll get it that there's a whole bunch of bananas that you're going to get. And the monkey keeps saying, banana now, banana now, banana now. And it's like, no, this is complicated. You have to understand the theory, before you can understand how it works. You have to understand the elements. And it's not the kind of thing where you're going to see the reward unless you build the glasses that you can see it with. You have to build the microscope, before you can see the microbe. And you have to build a viewpoint in your head, where you can see this stuff, where you're capable of seeing it, because you have a logical understanding that, okay, there is no God, and this is evolution, and that we are constructed to be survival machines and nothing more. And it's only incidental that we have a sense of high-mindedness and artistic aesthetics, and all of this crap is just crap. It's it's nice, gives you a nice feeling, but the feeling is where the value is, not in the thing you're feeling about and that kind of stuff. You have to understand this whole, you have to understand these parts, and you got to put them together the right way, and then you'll see the bananas. Then you'll see that you've done the truth honor. You've done the truth a great justice, and you'll be very, very pleased with yourself that you have seen the truth, respected the truth, and done honor to the truth. And you'll be a very happy little monkey if you let that happen. See, that's not a kind of conversation I want to have. It's patronizing and nursery school. It's just not my skill. But that's the kind of conversation that has to take place, that you have to drag them in, with some sort of, you have to rub their ego with every fact you give them. You have to stroke them and make them feel okay. No, it's okay. It looks bad, but you'll get it. You'll get it in the end. It's okay. It's okay. And that's the difficulty here. It's the monkeys, believe in God. The monkeys are nihilists. The monkeys read Nietzsche and Rand. These aren't smart philosophies. These are philosophy tailored to what monkeys want to hear, which is, give me more now. Me. More for me. Me. More me. Me. That's all the monkeys can do. Yeah. So there, I made a video out of that. I wasn't too optimistic. Turned out quite video-ish. Yeah. The monkey is satisfied, and the intellect seems to say, yes, that was a decent enough job of explaining a bit of reality. So, both brains, are satisfied enough. Not perfect, but I seldom am perfect. Doing the best I can, and such. So anyway, lovely, not so lovely day. It really isn't bad for an off day. It's okay. So yeah, good enough. So until the next time, wet, of course, wet. Until the next time, and such. so forth and whatnot.